everyone, it's Amanda with Amanda's Family Journey, and I am finally going to get back on track and finally take off my YouTube channel. I know it has been a while. I have not been posting at all, and I am determined to finally post and continue and just get some cleaning motivation for you today. I am mainly focusing on our master bedroom, master bathroom, and our closet. Everything is a mess, everything needs deep clean, and I thought this would be a good time to get some deep cleaning motivation in. So let's get started. So usually in the morning, either before or after I get ready, depends on my mood, I will make the bed to start out my day. It always makes me feel better if I make my bed in the morning, because if I immediately go downstairs and make my coffee and eat my breakfast, and then I come back upstairs and my bed isn't made, it just makes me feel like the whole house isn't put together, because when I start cleaning, I always start in the bedroom, if that makes sense. I don't know, that's just how I personally feel. So this is always something that I have to do in the morning, first thing, just to make myself feel like my house is more put together, because then I will go ahead and work on the kitchen. So what I am doing in this video is not normally something that I can get to right away, aside from making my bed in the morning. When it comes to dusting and stuff, I was on a better schedule where I would dust the house once a week. But I have had so much going on with my kids and appointments and then school starting and everything. For me, it just became so overwhelming that it took me a lot of time to kind of get into the groove of things with the new school year. And so I am finally getting back on track and just trying to make sure that, for one, my kids are taken care of, and just getting into this whole waking up super early in the morning, because if you heard me before in my other videos, I do work night shift on the weekends. So when I'm getting into like waking up super early in the mornings, once I go back to sleep starting Monday night, and then waking up in the morning, it's definitely more difficult for me personally to wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes I will wake up at 7 to get my kids ready, and then after I get them on the bus or drive them to school, depending on how slow our morning went, I will get ready after my kids are in school. So as I was making the bed, I realized I did not have a bed skirt that I needed to put back on the bed, in which case I needed to find in our linens in the closet. So I did not end up doing this on the same day, since I already made the bed. I saved it for the following day. This is some of the cleaning that I did throughout the week, and I am making a part two because part one just ended up being a lot longer than I intended. I had errands and appointments for the children throughout the entirety of the week, so my main focus was to make sure that the laundry was taken care of and the dishes, because I do cook a lot in our household, so it tends to take up a good amount of my time during the day if I'm cooking 3 meals a day.
I was just a kid when I met you, honey. Working on my daydreams. Down bed wishing you'd come and save me. If only I'd have a time machine back then, I'd see us dancing in the kitchen night. No one thought we could ever make it. Didn't know time could move so fast. 10 years later and I'm still your baby. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me, of our love. She gon' love you like summer 15. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing.
As I sort through my laundry today, I'm using Gain dryer sheets because surprisingly Publix was out of my go-to brand Downy. I usually rely on Downy infusions in the lavender scent, my absolute favorite scent for keeping our clothes smelling fresh and inviting. I use in the washer Unstoppable beads. They add that extra level of fragrance that I just cannot stop using ever since we started using it a couple years back. Normally, I always use Downy Infusion Softener. Normally I don't use that in every load though. It is in the lavender scent as well, which I like to pair my scents with the washer and the dryer as well to keep everything soft and smooth for that. So it really just depends, mainly for towels. And of course, I'm using Tide Pods for washing. And just because the convenience of the packs, just being able to throw it in versus I feel like when I used to use the liquid, it was just a bit of a mess. And then I always felt like I needed to clean out the cap because I don't know, I'm just weird, but okay. So right now I'm tackling 3 loads of laundry. It is a bit of a marathon, but I know that once it's all done, my clothes will smell fresh and very good, even if it's not quite the lavender paradise that I'm used to. It's all about making the best of what I have as long as my clothes are clean and folded and put away. That's what makes me happy at the end of the day.
I'm kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history. Yeah, yeah. But the way you've been crossing the line, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. Like I'm better off with you. Like I'm better off with you. Kinda used to these battlegrounds where you flee, you don't stick around, no. But the way you've been giving me time, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. You got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright, never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. Like I'm better off with you. Like I'm better off with you. Hoping you wouldn't change me.
On a side note, as it is a new school year, just in regards to where all of my kids are in terms of their activities, my daughter is still in gymnastics. It has been an entire year now that she's been in gymnastics, and she absolutely enjoys that sport. So I also had signed up Andrew for soccer, but unfortunately, they had a backlog of uniforms. So he didn't get his in time, and I believe is not doing soccer this season. He's already missed like 4 practices, and then 1 game. So I'm not sure whether to just go ahead and cancel because he just received his uniform today, or like just go ahead and have him continue, even though he hasn't gotten, I guess I would say, the experience that he kind of needs to get into the games. Our son Nathan is not currently interested in doing any particular sport. He said he wants to do football, but of course, as a fourth grader, you can't really do football. And so he's more just enjoying playing with his toys inside and his scooter and bike outside when we're not going to the playground in the afternoons. Honestly, he just does his own thing. And then our son Levi is also not interested in doing any team sports right now, but he is interested in like skateboarding, and he just loves to talk to his friends and sometimes hang out with them when he's not doing schoolwork. Here is my silly little Lila. She is so full of personality, always trying to be funny, but at the same time, she is very helpful when she wants to be. She is definitely one of my children that I can ask her to do something and she will go right ahead and do it. And she will not have much of a problem doing it unless she is anticipating something fun or a friend said that they could play and she's asking me to go over there. But other than that, she is normally just such fun to be around and just absolutely wants to help with everything. And that's just the cutest thing, especially at her age. So at this point, I was finally getting done with the laundry, and this is why I normally do 1 to 2 loads a day, because if I put off a day of doing laundry, then I end up with 2 to 3 loads, and it ends up taking a lot more time than I want it to, especially since I have so many other responsibilities around the house aside from the kids' regular schedules in the morning and the evenings, and then trying to make sure that I'm managing their time outside and everything else in the afternoons since it is during the school year. So this is the following day. I went ahead and started recording the following day because it was already getting into the late afternoon and I needed to make dinner and take care of my evening responsibilities with the kids and make sure they're taking care of their own evening responsibilities. So on this note, I was trying to go ahead and get everything dusted in the room, in which case I am currently working on my desk. I'm just trying to get everything dusted. It honestly has been a good couple of weeks since I dusted it last, and especially with my makeup use on almost a daily basis, I get makeup powder and things all over my desk, and then it just becomes a huge mess. I like to use my desk also to work on my laptop and do recordings and things, in which case it has been held off for such a while. I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of things. I know for me personally, just the kids getting back into the school year and everything, I had a harder time trying to readjust to that and then begin, or should I say continue, doing my YouTube. So I am fully dedicating myself to try to make sure that I am putting in the work because this is my hobby. I really love to do this, and it's just something that makes me happy. And to also be able to look back at the memories of my family and things like that, I do want to do more things like that. As you see in some of my prior YouTube videos, I have activities and things with the kids, and it's just really nice to be able to look back at that and know that those memories will always be there for me to look back at with me and my children. So the cleaners I am using to clean my desk are the Method All-Purpose Cleaner. It is in the pink grapefruit scent, and that one I just love the scent of. I'm always getting Method, just to clean basic surfaces, but then of course for the mirror and then also the glass, I just use the Windex glass cleaner for that. For me personally, I feel like when I'm dusting, that's the most satisfying part of me cleaning my house. It's just because you can see like the before and after as it's happening, and just everything just looks so fresh and so clean. And it just boosts my mood and just makes me feel a lot better to know that I'm finally getting this done. Like it just looks so much better and it's just overall refreshing. So this is why sometimes I like to see myself actually doing it because now I see that there's marks on the wall and I can go ahead and take care of that. So it just reminds us of drafts and how important they are before you actually complete your paper. So to clean the mirror, I use the same two sprays. I use the Method Grapefruit Scent and I use the Windex. And I do apologize because I did not realize until after I was recording that everything kind of blurred out. The camera kind of like auto focuses when I'm in the screen, and then once I get out of the screen, it begins to blur out. I still need to figure out how to fix that feature on my camera, but it was all clean and just looked beautiful when it was done. I feel like I should put a whole picture in there for you to see the finished product. So I finally started on the long dresser, and with this, I would say it was very dusty. The only thing that I wish that I was able to get done during this time was the TV screen, but I did not find the TV screen wipes that I needed to make sure that that was cleaned properly. So I decided that it would be better just to clean around and not touch the screen with a product that I think that may be damaging. So while I'm cleaning the dresser, I'm using wood cleaner, and it is by Everspring. It is just called wood surface cleaner. So I would rather use something that's made for wood versus just going ahead and using the pink grapefruit again. Just wanted to make sure that I'm using the proper things so I don't damage the dresser. These are newer dressers that we just recently purchased. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that wood cleaner, clean the entirety of the sides, top, everything. And then after I will finally put everything back on and just make it look more organized. And that at the end of the day will make me a lot more happier to know that we can sit and watch TV and not have a dusty dresser to look at. So the reason why we have a red Mustang on the dresser is actually because my children, they usually pick out their own presents for Dwight for his birthday or Father's Day. And this time, Andrew, my 10-year-old, wanted to get Dwight a copy of his Mustang GT. And so he found this online and he was like, you know what, this would be the perfect present for Dwight because he absolutely loves his Mustang. So I ended up purchasing this replica of his Mustang model and he absolutely loved it. So that's where it sits for now. So the pictures that you see surrounding our room is actually from our Virginia Beach trip that we took a month ago. And those are from a restaurant. There was a photographer there who asked to take our picture, and we ended up getting at least, I believe it was 9 photos. And so I just put them all around our room, and I absolutely love them as a memory of our trip together, of us as a family. So, as you may see, I am into the following evening because the rest of that day I had multiple things, including an appointment to go to. And so here we are, new day, just trying to get the rest of the room finished. So I took care of the mirror and then I'm doing the side table. We only have one side table, of course, because I have my desk on the other side. So we're like, there's no point in having two side tables. So don't ask. Anyway, so as you see here, I'm using the method for the items on top of the side table, and then I'm going to go ahead with the wood cleaner for the surface and then the front and sides of this wood. And then after that, I am going to be working on our taller dresser, get that done. And there are multiple things that I did have to rearrange on that dresser because Dwight has a lot of like little collectibles that he has collected over the years and he absolutely adores them. And so one of them also, as you can see, is a cute little heart pillow that I got for him. And then we got the new Switch, but we don't want to leave it in our main living room because he is more worried for the kids possibly damaging it. So we just keep that in our room. And also, he still has his cards up from his last birthday. As you can see, everybody is getting a little bit older. And so, anyways, I am just trying to get as much done as I can this evening. I do not get to complete the bathroom at this point because if you can see how the lighting is brighter right now, this is in the evening. So I did have to continue the following day to work on the bathroom. And I just absolutely, tried my best to get everything done. But as just being a parent, it is hard to get everything done in one day. I wish I could sit and just do a full day cleaning, but we just always have an appointment or somewhere that I need to drive on a daily basis. And hopefully, life slows down a little bit for the sake of my sanity.
I wish I had a little more time with you, baby. Time to figure out what this could be. I dreamt of a life in a small town that wasn't enough for you somehow. I just wish I had a little more time with you, baby. Weeks and months and years they passed, and I knew it wouldn't last. When tears streamed down my face, my mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away. 'Cause growing up, falling in love, giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart, that's what my mama said. I wish I could freeze this moment, just never let it end. Walking through the snow when you're taking my hand. All of those late nights on your couch when we just talked until midnight. I just wish I could freeze this moment, babe. Weeks and months and years they passed, and I knew it wouldn't last. When tears streamed down my face, my mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away. 'Cause growing up, falling in love, giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart, that's what my mama said. Weeks and months and years they passed, but then I found something I knew would last. Just like my mama said, gradually fades away. All the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away. 'Cause growing up, falling in love, giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart, that's what my mama said. That's what my mama said. That's what my mama said.
So, as you can see, we have quite a few things that we leave on our sink on a daily basis, and sometimes it just gets a little too cluttered because I feel like I have some bottles that I can always put under the sink, but I am getting to the point where I need to declutter underneath my sink because I have so many bottles, and I know I'm not the only one because I was recently talking to my best friend about the same thing where she went and had to declutter the entirety of under her sink, and there was like so much stuff that she was able to actually get rid of. I feel like we just leave stuff under there and don't realize that some of that stuff does actually expire and it does need to eventually be gotten rid of. So I finally got this sink cleared. I did end up putting a couple things away, and I will be in my next video. I'm gonna go ahead and do a declutter of underneath my sink on both my side and Dwight's side because I know we both have some things that we can get rid of and or throw away. Um, so I am using just the same method, what is it, grapefruit. scent, and that is what I'm going to use to clean the sink. I ended up spot cleaning the mirror because I felt like since I've cleaned it last not that long ago, it didn't get much on it. But then when I looked back, I realized that there was a couple things that I wanted to take care of. So I did end up going ahead and going over the entirety of the mirror afterwards, um, when reviewing the footage.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You can ride out of the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving, I've been saving you. You save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend. And call me anytime when you're at a tight end. You, I got you, and you got me too. We can always make it through. What we do is what we do. I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared. You will see me flying high. I'm staring into your blue eyes. We don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. I've been saving, I've been saving you. You save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend. And call me anytime when you're at a tight end. You, I got you. You got me, got me. You got me, got me. You got me too. Got me, got me. I've been saving you. You save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need it too? 'Cause I got you, and you got me too. I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you. You know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about your day.
Finally, I get to put everything back onto the sink and organize everything. As you see, I still have like 3 lotions on there, and I just like to put some of my vitamins on top so that they're readily available to just grab. My main things are the multivitamin, that I take, and then I also take a probiotic with cranberry already in it. The only problem that I noticed with the cranberry after I was already taking it for a couple of days is that I checked and saw that it had red dye in it, and that apparently is not good for your brain, anyways. So it's definitely something that I will not be purchasing again, and we'll have to look into a more natural cranberry. Um, other than drinking, because I feel like even the cranberry that you buy to drink, it still has 1 gram of sugar in it. And they say that for it to be most effective, you are not supposed to be drinking cranberry with any sugar in it because it can alter the effect of the cranberry actually helping to clear out your bladder. So next I am going to work on the bathtub. This we do not use. Occasionally, my daughter will take a bath in here, but that is maybe once every couple of weeks. It is on a very rare occasion. I'm using bleach, and then I'm going over with the scrubby that I found in Walmart, and it's very effective. And I just like using it because it's definitely a lot easier to scrub the bath versus having to get all the way in the bathtub and scrub it. Just it was a lot more difficult, especially when I like to run extremely scalding hot water, and then it just makes it all the more harder to clean out the bathtub. So it definitely saves time as well as potential pain. So as you can see, I had a lot of cleaning products that I just kind of built onto this part of the bathroom, just because we use it as like a table, and I definitely needed to clean that off. Next, I am putting the air freshener back on, since, of course, everybody needs that in their bathroom. The speaker we use while we're taking a shower if we want to listen to music during that time. Otherwise, we choose to have peaceful, silent showers, depending on the mood, I assume. And then I am going to take care of the toilet, in which case I always use Clorox mold and mildew bleach, and that is most effective, I think, for the shower. It definitely gets rid of any mildew stains. I am not a person to clean my shower every single day. I know some people say that they do, which I don't know whether I believe that or not, because I feel like our household is so busy. They say it takes 5 minutes, but when I get out of the shower, I don't want to be spraying bleach, especially because I have asthma and it affects my asthma when I spray bleach. And so I don't enjoy having symptoms. So aside from that, I am going to just take care of everything on the toilet. The shower I do not get to in this video. I felt like everything was kind of drawn out too much, since it about hit 40 minutes, so I'm going to end it after that. I went ahead and I've already put the rugs into the washing machine. So while those are being dried, I'm currently working on the toilet, and then I will go ahead and put our towels and everything up. So the next time that we do shower, we already have them ready, and then a clean hand towel, of course, for washing our hands after using the restroom, and just pretty much make everything look nice before on this day I headed to work again. And yeah, it was just a long week that kind of pushed into the weekend to get the bathroom finished. And, sometimes that happens. I don't feel like everybody gets a full room clean all in one day sometimes. I used to be very good at that, in which case I am working on that for the future. And hopefully things just go well in the way that I want it to be, so that my schedule with my family is just more effective and I can be less stressed, if I can manage to get these things done how I want to get them done. Of course, every family is different, and it should not always be a requirement to have the house just perfectly clean all day, every day, because for me, with 4 kids, it is next to impossible. Maybe for other people, they can do it. I just cannot manage my schedule, multiple appointments, always going places on a daily basis. I believe this day that I am speaking over, I am actually sitting at home today, but we still had an appointment where in which case we were able to do it on my phone. So we are lucky for those days, or at least I am.
I want you more than money. I wanna float on downstream, go and find my wild dreams, yeah. I'd kill to feel it all shake you like a twisted mind game. I'll be burned by your flame, oh. Ups and downs, no in-betweens. Fire and ice, burn gasoline. You know I love it. You know I love it. Love and hate, romantic sin. Fire and ice, gone with the wind. You know I love it. We're the kind, burning blind. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. Northern lights, roaring skies. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. Don't break my heart, just break free. Just let me see your bad streaks. Maybe they'll match my freaks, yeah. I'd kill to see the stars cry. Roam in the dark while love hide. Let the world know you're mine, oh. Ups and downs, no in-betweens. Fire and ice, burn gasoline. You know I love it. You know I love it. Love and hate, romantic sin. Fire and ice, gone with the wind. You know I love it. We're the kind, burning blind. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. Northern lights, roaring skies. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. We're the kind, burning blind. Northern lights, roaring skies. We're the kind, burning blind. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. Northern lights, roaring skies. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. We're breaking all the laws of our universe. We're breaking all the laws of our universe.
As I wrap up my daytime hours, I lay down the rugs and put everything back onto the bathroom floor where it belongs. I put the scale down and our towels and hand towel, the towels we will be using after we take showers. So I like to always leave those readily available for us to use. I am going to get into my scrubs and get ready for work on this night so I can start my second daytime, if you will. I do not recommend anyone trying to be busy all day and work all night because it definitely makes a night shift a lot more difficult by any means. But my weeks are busy. I feel as if I have most Fridays just because I am so busy during the week, but I will be posting part two in the next few days, in which I still have to scrub down the shower, organize our closet and underneath our sink in our bathroom. I would love to get a pantry clean out as well because it desperately needs organized so I can get through expired items as well. Either way, I hope that you guys enjoyed my vlog and I absolutely enjoyed doing this. I hope that you have a lovely day. Until next time, take care.